Want to say aloha to everyone. Encouraging you to, when you can afford to, and I'll explain that, when you can afford to, don't be submissive. Good, Hank. Don't be submissive. Don't let people take advantage of you, but you have to wait for the timing. Sometimes you have to placate and tolerate people. Say that, yes, I'm this, or do that. Engage in activities, or even just, talking, pretending, lying, things that you are not really true to you, who you are. Sometimes you've got to do work that is not your true calling. It's not. You don't see it as being important. And what the what what the trick?
Junior is submissive to the United States government.
Okay. Slow down, John. Here's the deal. Example number one. A quote unquote friend of mine who wanted to.
Cool it, John.
Give me the cup.
So we got like 3 things going on.
Okay, Hank. Okay, slow down. When somebody says this to you, when they, it's all about verbal and written agreements. It's like, okay, let's say somebody does something you don't like at work, and you address it with them. You say, can you please not say or do that? And then oftentimes they'll agree and they'll remember. But sometimes people either have a poor memory, or they aren't respectful of your wants, because they might be a bully. This is kind of like how Donald Trump operates. He doesn't apologize. He's not a quote unquote civilized person. Although I think he's for the record, I
have to give him a good slap.
I think he's better than Biden. I hate to say, I think Biden has some dark. Well, not only dementia, but I think he has some problems with pedophilia. I'm not
Frenchie,
saying.
I feel like the Spice Girls
Just you can search it on online. So, what am I saying here? So in any case, my friend, I told him he was basically kind of making fun of my diet, and how sometimes I eat things that are not vegan because of limited budget, although I prefer to eat vegan food. And this is not an imposition of my preferences on anyone. I'm just giving you an example of my life. So let's say somebody makes fun of what you eat, whatever,
Jimmy,
right? Your personal life. Jimmy, don't press me, Jimmy. I will. Just let me finish this, please. Fuck. God, look at these guys, Greg. It's like, dude, they're insatiable.
Jimmy the Hobo Life, lol.
All right.
Frenchie, L-U-L.
Frenchie. Oh, show that one.
Frenchie, L-U-L.
Good one, Frenchie. All right, so my friend wasn't willing to, and then I told him, I'm like, I'm not gonna be submissive to you. I can, and you got to remember, it's what you can afford to do. Like, for example, me, I don't like labeling people a parent, and I can afford not to. If I was, say, younger or poorer, I couldn't afford, I would have to say yes, father, yes, mother, yes, uncle. I don't like using those terms personally, okay? But now I don't have to. Now I can say, I give people an ultimatum. I can say, respect my diet, don't make fun of my diet, or I won't work with you. Put it in writing. Say, I will respect you. Or put it in writing. Say, I don't expect you to call me father. You can just call me friend. That is what I want. And these may be examples that you can't relate to. But you need to know.
Your life is perfect.
You need to know, okay, what you want and what your boundaries are. All right? And sometimes maybe it's worth expanding them. Maybe there's an opportunity or money. You've got to know it in your head exactly what you want. You can't just hope that, maybe somebody's gonna either be respectful to you or accommodate you or not. You can't. Come on, 10,000 exploder. Just wait. All right. Here's the deal. it's either you want to work with somebody or not. I'll give you an extreme example. Let's say
10,000 years, you're trying to punk Mr. G.
let's say a prostitute, for example. They might not like the guy who's offering the money, and other people, such as feminists and people at large, may say, oh, the rich guy is the bad guy. But guess what? It's all about what you want to do or not, who you want to work with or not. So you might say, you know, I'm willing to work with that person, or I'm not. And, you know, they might be rude, but maybe the money makes it worth it, for example. You have to do this calculation in your own head. That's all I'm
JT,
saying.
Junior, you ever kissed a prostitute on the mouth?
JT, I don't expound upon my personal previous life, but you know what I think. Prostitute paradox, you know, people who hire a
John Toski,
prostitute,
this sounds
don't
all
care
very clear,
about
but
them.
life is completely different.
Oh, really, John? Well, I fucking apply it in my real life, and I do offer
Jimmy, the
ultimatums
I haven't had
to
a cigarette
people.
Since yesterday, Junior. Can I get an attaboy?
Attaboy, Jimmy! Alright, but these people have been really button pushing, so I think I'm about there as far as it concerns my... what is it? My... What am I doing here?
JT, Jimmy, 100 points, 100 points.
Oh, but Jimmy! What am I doing here? I'm talking about, you know, whether people will, you know, how to deal with problematic people, and that kind of sums it up. It's like you just want to.
Exploder, money is never a reason for me to accept people in my life I do not like, but then again, indeed, I have the money and skills to do that.
Okay, I like that exploder.
Friendship,
See, that's relevant commentary, and yeah, you really have to know yourself, guys. You have to think long term. Well, do I want to burn that bridge? Is that person an opportunity for a reference? Are they a threat to me? Here's another one. Watch this. You might be inclined to report somebody to police, but guess what? They might know it's you who reported them, and they might readily target you. So you and just, you know, if you're smart, you won't even get into situations like that where you're around the wrong people, when you commit to the wrong person and they have emotional baggage or other baggage or drug problems. You know, like, guys, professionalism, okay, expect it. But you can't force people to be professional. You can only offer them, okay, can you agree to this? Is that fair? And then when people get upset, you can say, well, how would you like to be treated? What would, if I did that to you, what would you do in the situation? And try to dialogue it, diplomacy, okay? See where it goes. And you may have a specific instance in your life where you think that I might be able to.
Jimmy, the hobo life is that a mic in front of Junior.
That's my. I've got my speaker here. Yeah, I heard the first 3 days are the most difficult, Jimmy, and I think other people might be.
John Toski, Junior, you've already had your spotlight. We're truly here for Mr.
Oh wow, okay, that's it, John. I'm about to flip. All right, so and sometimes you just gotta tell people like it is. But remember, are you in a position to do so? Can you be rude to somebody? And is it better to just slowly burn a bridge? That's another last piece of advice. Slowly burn a bridge. So if you don't like somebody, maybe offer them $20, and then they won't want to pay you back. They won't want to contact you. Maybe say, okay, I'll call you back, or I'll talk to you next time, instead of saying F you, da-da-da, because sometimes you don't want to burn a bridge, or sometimes you just want to distance yourself, where you know, and realize that you might be seeing these people around. All things to consider. Aloha, and we're about to shit on the chat. Here we go.